What's going on, guys? Welcome to part 2 of my action RPG tutorial series for Unreal Engine 5. In the previous part, we've set up a basic character blueprint from scratch and we made it move and jump based on the player's actions. So in this part, we are going to be turning that into a full 3D character. We're going to be importing stuff from the marketplace. I had to re-record some stuff because they changed the entirely changed the marketplace after I recorded the video. So I just had to go back and just re-record it. All these years we had the Unreal Marketplace, and then when I recorded a video that required the Unreal Marketplace, Epic Games decided to just change the thing entirely and replace it with Fab, which, it sucks. And yeah, other than importing the character mesh, we are also going to be importing animations from the marketplace so that you can play the game with your character and they get animated. So let's get started.
So the animation pack that we are going to be using is called ARPG Warrior, and it's by Kevin Animation. This animation pack is one of the cheapest that you can get, and while it doesn't have the best quality in terms of how it's animated, it does have the everything you need, standard root motion and all of that stuff. It's not really usable in any final game, but for actually prototyping it's perfect because it has everything we need. Import an animation pack into your project from the Unreal Engine launcher. I think once you buy something from Fab, you just go to your Epic Games launcher, to library, and go over there, and you can see all of the assets that you have purchased. You just click on add to project and choose which one you want. So if you go to the project files, you can see that the animation pack is imported over here as ARPG Warrior. If you go in, you can see that for example, in the animations folder, if you hit an animation, you can see that it uses the Unreal Engine 4 mannequin, and we don't want that. We don't want it at all. So we're gonna have to convert all of the animations, which should be fine, honestly. I don't mind. But we don't even have the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin since we created a blank project. What we're gonna do is we are gonna go to the Epic Games launcher, launch the engine. We're gonna create a third-person project, and we're gonna migrate the folder which contains the character mesh of the the entire skeleton basically of the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. So you just hit games, third person, and the project name is going to be called temporary, and hit create. So this is good practice. It's like learning how to migrate stuff between projects. Anyway, now that we have the third person template open, you can see that we already have the character. We can move around in it, but the reason I went with a blank project is I want to show you how to create from scratch. We have the characters folder here, which contains both mannequins for Unreal Engine 4 and 5. We're actually going to migrate the entire characters folder. So yeah, you just make sure that over here in the asset report, it only has the folder that you want to migrate. So you just hit OK, then you go to your project files content folder, content, and yeah, this is where it should be. So select folder, and it should migrate them really fast. Well, not really fast, but it shouldn't take time since it's not really large or complex files. Okay, so with that done, we can just close down the temporary project forever, and if you want, you can delete it. We're not ever gonna use it again. And you can see over here we have the mesh of the mannequin of Unreal Engine 5, and even if you hit the skeleton thing, we have the skeleton, which is perfect. So now we have all of those animations which are basically for Unreal Engine 4. So we're gonna retarget them and delete this entire folder. So under characters, go to mannequins, animations, right click over here, new folder, and I'm gonna call it ARPG. Well, without spaces, that's not allowed. Actually, I'm just gonna change the way it's written so that not all of the ARPG is uppercase. So ARPG Warrior, and this is where we're gonna place our animations. So now all we need to do is retarget them. So we are gonna go to animations over here. We have two animation folders, by the way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go select any random animation, right click, and choose retarget animations, and it should open the Unreal Engine retargeter of the like 5.4 version. If you are on a previous version, it's really annoying and like it's really hard to deal with right now. So it should open the assets browser, and if you have more animations in your project, it's going to display all of them. So what you want to do instead is like type the name of your pack so that it can open that folder specifically. But since we have only these animations in our project, we can just select all of them, and we have the source skeletal mesh selected, which is the one that came with the pack. So the target skeletal mesh is going to be the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin, which is SKM Manny. So it should just show it like that. And you just want to hit export animations, and then over here, go to characters, mannequins, animations, and the folder that we have just created, which is ARPG Warrior. We're going to export to that and hit export. It will take a few seconds, but it will play, like it will have those animations retargeted. So now the animations, all of them are retargeted, and they should be working with the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. As you can see, of course, a lot of them are like not good animations, so we're gonna see which ones we can use, and if the pack is not that great, we can replace it later. But I think it should be fine for the purpose that we're gonna use it right now, and obviously we can change it later whenever we want to. So we're gonna close down a lot of the stuff that's open. Okay, I'm gonna close down everything, and now that we have this, we don't even need the folder that came, the animations came in, which is ARPG Warrior in the content. Since it's full of Unreal Engine 4 animations, we can just hit delete, and yeah, it will take a few seconds, but in order to keep things clean, we are not gonna need this, and we're gonna force delete, and that should be fine. So now with that done, what we're gonna do now is we are gonna go to the Epic Games launcher, and we're gonna find a free character that we wanna use. Click on the Fab tab over here, then go to start exploring. The one I used in the tutorial is inside the Unreal Engine section. It's in the 3D section, characters and creatures. We just click on it and then go to price, make it 0 and maximum. Oh yeah, just click on the free, and you can pick over here any character that you want. I think this is the one I used in my tutorial. Yeah, this is the one I used. It's the Bookhead Monster. So with the Bookhead Monster in my library, I'm just gonna search for it in here and add to project. Just hit add to project and choose Astrum RPG. So now we have the character, we have the animations. We need an animation blueprint, because when you go to the character blueprint that we made in the previous video, you can see we have the mesh component, but it's empty, and you can choose animation mode, which is either animation asset, which is like one animation that will keep repeating forever, or animation blueprint, which is a blueprint that plays the appropriate movement animation, or any animation basically, when it's like the time to play it. So we are gonna go with this, but we need to have the character first. So you just choose Bookhead Monster, and you can see he is actually in the project. One thing I want to do before I use him is just to like right click over here, update redirector references, and I want to drag the Bookhead Monster folder into the characters folder so that things stay clean, and you just hit yes. We want to go back to the character blueprint, and we are just gonna move it down. -90 is the best location for the character's z-axis, and for the rotation I think it's going to be 90. Let's just oh no, it's also -90. So I want the character to be facing this blue arrow, which is the arrow component. You can't really do anything with it, it just tells you which way is forward. And we do have the character. We can just choose like any animation asset if you want to, but the problem with this is that like animation assets, it's just one animation, so it doesn't really do anything. Oh, also I forgot that the camera is too close, so camera boom, You want it to be like 400, the arm length, I mean. And if you hit play now, yeah, it works, but like the character can't do anything because there's no animation blueprint. So we are going to be creating an animation blueprint. So we're going to go to the mannequins folder, animations, and we already have like an animation blueprint here. I'm going to create a new one just for teaching purposes and also to teach you how to set up one from scratch. And I think it's cleaner to just set up your own with your own code. So I'm going to hit right click, go to animation, animation blueprint, choose the skeleton that we want, which is the SK mannequin. So create, I'm going to call it ABP. And we're going to call it player, I guess. I just realized something. I forgot something. So we have the bookhead monster folder over here. I'm going to delete some stuff. Demo, maps. Yeah, I'm going to delete both of those folders. And also in meshes, we don't want to like use the skeleton of this character. So what we're going to do instead is just right click, skeleton, assign skeleton, and choose the mannequin, which is oh, it's missing bones. It should be okay though. Yeah, it's only missing the jawbones, which we're not going to use anyway. So I was just want to like choose the SK mannequin. Of course, make sure it's the Unreal Engine 5 one, not the Unreal Engine 4 one, and hit accept. And it should merge them to the skeleton. It should be fine, I guess. And now if we open it and go here, yeah, it's using the same skeleton now, which should be great. Now we do have the skeleton that's called Bookhead Monster Skeleton, which came with the project. We don't need it, so we can just delete it. I think we should be fine. So force delete. If we go back to our character blueprint, just to make sure that it works, you just go to use animation asset, and of course it should show us the animations that we have on our skeleton for the like Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. So you can see that it works now. These animations have root motion, that's why they are like forward. We want to just choose the animation blueprint that we just made, which is over here. Just select use animation blueprint, go to anim class, ABP player, compile and save. And for now, I think we can close this down. We go back to our animations folder, ABP player. Yeah, we should be good now. So I'm going to open the other animation blueprint and keep it on the side as a reference. Actually, my setup is a little bit different from this, so it's not going to use like one ground speed for the movement. We want to get the side speed and the forward speed, and not just like the speed that you're going through. So both of those, we are not going to be doing them. We are only going to be doing the is falling, and we're going to create like original code that's like my own setup. So the first thing we want to do is right click, get event blueprint, initialize animation. So this happens when the animation starts, like when the animation blueprint starts existing. As soon as that happens, this is what's going to happen. This is the line of code that's going to happen. So we can just cast to character, and this will cast to like the character class, which is not the one that we made. It's basically the parent of that. It's like the original parent class of the characters. So like each character blueprint is a child of this regular like vanilla character class. So we have try get bone owner here by default. We just drag it here and connect it like this. So this will cast to the character that's like the parent, the owner of this animation blueprint. And we are going to right click over here, promote this to a variable, and just name the variable character without anything else. And I just realized like this is our first time writing proper line of code in this series, like the input action stuff, it doesn't count. And other than that, we are going to get movement component. Of course, we can go down and get it like this. And we are also gonna promote this to a variable, and we're gonna call it movement component. So you just connect it like this. And now this is it for the begin play. So I'm just gonna hit the C button on this and call it initialize. Okay, this should be fine. Now we want to get the character reference that we just made over here. Get character, right click, convert to validated guess. Get this thing, what it does is basically it's an event tick. It happens every single like tick or like millisecond. It's actually less than a millisecond. So like every single moment the blueprint exists, this is gonna be firing off. So it's a little bit like when you use it for complex stuff, it's very heavy on the project, but for the character blueprint and this stuff, it's like the default to use it for this stuff, so it should be fine. So if it's valid, what we're gonna do, if this character does exist, we're gonna do a sequence, which should do like several lines of code in order. First thing we wanna do is we wanna get the movement component, check if it's falling, and we're going to promote that to a variable, and we're going to call it is, without spaces, is falling. Okay, that should be good. I'm just going to comment on this and call it get falling. Now we did get the falling, so now we can tell if we need to play the falling animation or the jump animation. But other than that, we also need to get the direction and the speed that the player is going through. We are going to get velocity. Oh, we forgot to like get the character reference, or even better, we can just get the pawn owner. So try get pawn owner, get velocity, and we are also going to get right vector, actor right vector, and we are also going to get actor forward vector. As you can see, like on the original mannequin blueprint, they use a different setup. This is for like when you only have forward and backward animations, but we're going to set up 8 directional animations. Get velocity, we're going to dot product with the right vector. So what this does is it merges them to get like the proper value, and it makes it a float, which is like one value, like not 3 numbers. And also we want to do the same with the velocity and the forward vector. So we're also going to dot product. So that should be good. Now we're going to promote this to a variable. We're going to call it side speed. I mean, I regularly call it X input or X speed, but now that we're like going as basic as possible, we're just going to choose basic names. And the other one, we're going to promote it to a variable and call it forward speed. And that should be fine. Now we have both of those. We want to connect them to the sequence. And instead of try get pawn owner, you can just like get the character instead and doing it like this. I guess this also works since we're checking if the character itself is valid. Like you can even connect it like this, but it's not as clean. So I'm just gonna stick with this setup. So we're just gonna like put a reroute node here, hit the C button and call it get speed. And this should be fine. Now we do get the speed, but over here, if you go to the anim graph, we don't really have any animations connected. Now we want to set up the blend space, so we're going to create a blend space. The blend space should have all of the animations for the movement. You want to right click, go to animation, choose blend space, and the mannequin should be this one, which is the Unreal Engine 5 mannequin. The blend space, I'm going to call it BSB. The character is holding a sword. It's like the sword animations. So I'm just going to call it BSB sword. And we're going to have one for each weapon type. Now we have horizontal axis and vertical axis over here. Horizontal is the side speed. So we just call it side, and this one forward. You can call it X and Y as well. Like it's your choice. And the minimum value is going to be the value that you can walk to the left. The maximum is the value that you can walk to the right, which is also 500. So left is minus 500, right is 500. And for the forward, you also want to do the same thing. So minimum is the value that you can go back, and the maximum is the one for forward. So now it does change this stuff. Now, over here, this is where you place your animations, and it's really, really intuitive. You probably already know it, but since we're like going from scratch, let's just go with the basics. We're gonna go with idle, for example. Idle 1. You can just choose your animations from here, by the way. You just drag it into the 0 location, and of course it doesn't like get put specifically on 0, so you can hold this and drag it, but the way to snap it to like the specific points over here that you have, like on the actual importance points, is you hit the shift button, and it should like automatically snap it into place. So you can see idle is here. Now at like 250, we're gonna have the walk forward animation. So where is it? There we go. Animation, Unreal Engine, walk forward, IPC, which is in place. Yeah, we don't want to use root motion yet, so we're gonna go with this. It's not the best animation, I know, but it does the job. And we can also put the walk backwards at like minus 250. And then we can put the walk right over here. And we also put the walk left over here. So you can see it works. And while we're at it, do we have diagonal ones? So backward left is this one. Backward right is this one. Please make sure to put the in place versions, because let me show you what happens if you put the root motion version. So let's get forward right root motion and put it here. You can see the character starts like moving like that, and it's not really like the best idea. So when we change to root motion, if we decide to do that, yeah, we'll set it up independently. But like this is the one that you want to learn first. And of course, forward left in place. So now we have all of the walking. Now we are gonna add the running. Do we have running animations? Wait, don't we? I really hope we do, because if we don't, it's really bad. Anyway, run forward. We're gonna like put it on forward 500 side 0. Oh my god, this animation's terrible. Okay, we're gonna replace this later, don't worry. Yeah, run forward left, which is going to be in this corner. Run forward right. Run leftward is going to be over here. Run rightward over here. And I'm pressing shift every time I drag the animations in, by the way. Run backward left over here. Run backward right over here. And oh, by the way, if you guys want to preview this stuff, I forgot to mention it. You have to press the control button and hold it, and you can just move your mouse over here and it should play them. We wanted the default run backward, which is this one. Oh my god, these animations. I wish I chose a better pack, but you know, this one's cheap, so I wanted everyone to be able to purchase it. And we also need to choose a smoothing time, because right now if you like switch to another animation, it will just snap to it, which is not that great. So the smoothing time is not going to allow that. So we're going to go with 0.3, and even for the other one, 0.3. So for both directions. And the interpolation type or the smoothing type, I like choosing averaged. It's like the default from Unreal Engine 4. So yeah, I'm an old school person. But you can see like it doesn't snap that much anymore. I mean, we can go with even more, like 0.5, 0.5. So it should take like half a second to switch to the other animations. But no, I feel like it's too much, so I'm going to go with 0.35 for both. And I think that should be it. Now, we want to put this blend space inside of our animation blueprint. So you want to go to anim graph over here and search for the blend space over here. You can just type BSP, sort, you just put it there.
connect it like that, and hit compile. You should see the idle. Now you have side speed and forward speed as well. You want to just put the variables in there. This is like the most basic setup, but we're gonna like slowly upgrade it so that it's more complex. And for example, if you go to forward speed and set the default value to 1, for example, or no, not 1, like 500, you can see it does the running animation. 250 does the walking animation. Of course, the default should be 0. So now that's fine. We have already added it to our character blueprint. I think, did we? Oh yeah, we did. So animation blueprint player, it's there. So now if we hit play, it should actually like let you use all 8 directions. Actually, the animations aren't that bad. They're fine. So you can see that like we can walk in all 8 directions, but there is a problem, which is like you can walk in, I mean, we're walking in first person mode, so it doesn't feel like a third person controller. Now we are going to fix that really quick. So go to PP character, type orient, rotation to movement. We are going to turn that on and hit play. I think we might still need to do something. Yeah. We're going to go to the just search for use controller rotation yaw. I think, I'm not entirely sure. I keep forgetting this stuff. Yeah, it's fixed now. Okay, now you can move it like a third person game and it's perfect. Like you can just walk around now. The jump still doesn't work. We're gonna do like an independent video for the jump, but you can walk around with animations. And if you change like the speed, right now the default speed is 500. So let me just see. Character movement, walking, max walk speed is 600. So if we go with 250, it should play the walking instead of the running animation. Yeah, you can see that as well. So it's good. It's all good. So guys, this was it for the video for setting up the character mesh and walking animations in all 8 directions. And I know the animations, like, they're fine. They're not the best. They're not the worst, but they do the job. Thank you very much guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you want to learn more. If you do, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you have any questions regarding the series, please join my Discord server, which is in the description. You can either make suggestions or you can ask if you're stuck on anything or you have requests. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, have a great day, and bye.